Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the transition in the motion of the planet Saturn. So guys, as you know that Saturn, which is currently transiting in its own Moon Trikona sign of Aquarius, but from the past couple of months, Saturn has been in a retrograde motion. And guys, as you know this thing, that for any big event to take place in our life, for actually experiencing that growth which you deserve in your professional line of work, so the transiting Saturn and Jupiter becomes very important. So guys, the good news is that not only Saturn is going to be gaining momentum finally on November 4th when it will be in a direct motion in a very comfortable sign of its own, but also because on October 30, Rahu would have left the sign of Aries and it would have left Jupiter on its own. So definitely guys, basis these two planets, a planet which represents good fortune, which gives us prosperity, and Saturn, which is a very karmic planet, and Saturn is a planet which oversees all of our professional endeavors. Whenever we talk about having that respect in the society, control over the masses, and anything to do with the position of power, Saturn also plays a very important role over there as well. So yes guys, this transition in the Saturn's motion is a harbinger of good news for lot many people, and now we will try to look at it in a customized way for your specific rising sign. So guys, starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. So guys, beyond doubt in your case, Saturn becomes your Raj Yog Karaka planet because of the rulership over your 10th house and the 11th house. Guys, I do not know for other rising signs, but for the Aries Lagna natives, this can be said with complete confidence that whatsoever you accomplish or achieve in the life, it is always exactly or directly proportionate to the kind of hard work which you have put forth. Because in your case, Saturn, the planet of justice, has got a rulership of both the houses of your hard work and the connected rewards attached to it. So definitely guys, this direct motion of the planet Saturn in your 11th house and your 9th house lord, planet Jupiter, to be left alone from the malefic effect of Rahu. So now you will definitely start experiencing the kind of growth, the kind of pace which you need. During this time guys, there's a very strong possibility that I will not go very far. Like even in the month of November only, there's a strong chance that you'll be able to run into some very important projects, or some important people will enter your life who will actually connect you with lot many opportunities as well. Guys, the thing before was little bit different because definitely your Lagna was hemmed with the energies from so many planets. Already it was like enduring the load, the burden or the pressure of Jupiter and Rahu transiting in your first house. Over and above that, Saturn was also giving its third aspect as well. So I'm very much sure that Aries Lagna natives from the past couple of months might have been overwhelmed with pressure or repetitive thoughts or conflicting thoughts, and a lot many Aries Lagna natives might have also remained vulnerable from the health related concerns point of view as well. But now guys, with Rahu leaving your first house and Saturn gaining momentum in your 11th house, this is going to be a very good news. Let's say for example, in whichever sphere, like your promotion is awaited, any of the contract or tender you have been seeking, or let's say for example, you are a freelance person, you are a content creator, at last minute, all the sponsorship, all the support which you need, and things have not been gaining, like your revenue, the support which you need has not been coming the way you would have anticipated, or the kind of support or income which you deserve. So this like change in the transition of the planet Saturn with the current context of the way other planets are behaving, this is definitely going to be a very good news. And guys, like the way I already mentioned this thing, specifically the month of November with your ascendant lord to be transiting from your 8th house in its own sign, so some sort of sudden unexpected gains, recognition is definitely on the cards for a lot many Aries Lagna natives. Also guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your first house, like the way I already mentioned this thing, two important planets. Your 9th house lord, your like the houses which are influencing right now your first house are your 9th house lord, 10th house lord, 11th house lord and the 12th house lord. So definitely guys, you are heading for a very good time. And now all the confusions and uncertainties of Rahu, which would have been troubling you from the past, are going to be a matter of the past, and it is not gonna be bothering you anymore. So regarding for all those people who are in any sort of leadership role, or lately you have been kind of self-doubting yourself that whether you'll be able to shoulder this responsibility or not. So now Saturn will definitely bestow you with more responsibilities and more authority. After that, guys, from your 11th house, Saturn is going to be looking at your 5th house as well. Again, guys, it is a very good news because specifically, see, your 5th house is receiving the aspect both from the planet Jupiter and Saturn. Now, Jupiter, definitely its 5th aspect to your 5th house is a very good news for getting into new relation, and for any of the concerns of childbirth and all, it is going to be very good news. And the way both Saturn and Jupiter influences, Jupiter is going to be blessing you, and Saturn is going to be making you capable and responsible enough for undertaking or handling that new responsibility as well. And definitely, guys, your mind to be filled with thoughts of righteousness, thought of your career goals. This is going to be a very good news. After that, guys, Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your 8th house as well. And during this month only, your ascendant lord is going to be transiting from the 8th house as well. So very good news for all those people who are eyeing to any of the property or family assets related concerns, acquisition of property or gains through joint resources and all. This month is going to be very good news, and specifically the direct motion of the planet Saturn in your 11th house is going to be a very good news for all the Aries Lagna natives. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Taurus Lagna natives, definitely, guys, in your case, Saturn becomes the Yog Karaka planet, and a Yog Karaka planet now gaining momentum or coming into a direct motion in your 10th house will definitely bestow you with lot many opportunities. And like the way, guys, I always say this thing, opportunities, success, recognition is more of the domain of the 11th house. 10th house, and specifically the dignified state of Saturn in the 10th house a lot many times make people lucky enough of able to be considered for some important projects, or all those people who find it very easy to ascend to some position or new responsibilities and all. Like the way, guys, I always say this thing, Saturn's transit in the 10th house is a time of working hard and being in a limelight. The recognition part only comes when Saturn will transit to your 11th house, but during this time you are in a best or you could be a very strong contender for any position, any power. During this time, guys, like the way I have already mentioned this thing, that if in your line of work, dealing with masses or anything to do with the philanthropic, humanitarian work, innovation, scientific pursuit, if all of that is your line of work, your area of interest, dealing with labor, dealing with manpower, construction, building material, oil, petroleum industry, so this is going to be a very fortunate time for a lot many Taurus Lagna natives. Like the way, guys, I again say this thing, if your running dashas are favorable, so this is actually a time where you will be picked up for some important projects or to head some important projects. After that, guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your 12th house. So again, guys, Jupiter is already transiting in your 12th house, and with this third aspect of the planet Saturn going over there, this is a very good time that if in any capacity you have to undertake any foreign travel, all of those work related business travel will prove to be very fruitful for you. Guys, a good part over here is that two very important planets are giving or affecting or influencing your 12th house. That in itself means that chances are very strong that you will be completely in control and command over all those expenses which can be controlled. You will not drain or lose your energies on unwanted things or on trivial things. And you will also be able to see through any deception, any deceit, any sort of plotting taking place behind your back. From over here, guys, Saturn is going to be giving its aspect to your 4th house as well. So guys, there is a very strong possibility that definitely you will be very deeply invested in any of the project, any of the work which you will be handling. And this is actually a typical yoga where even when people reach back home from work, they are still somehow embroiled in the work related environment, responsibilities, pressure or tension going in the back of their mind. But again, guys, like the way I have already mentioned this thing, whenever we talk about ascending to the position of power or anything to do with the royal favors as well, so any of the aspect going in the 4th house is a very positive indication. And lastly guys, because Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your 7th house as well, so definitely guys, for the enhancement of reputation, to be on a limelight, to being picked for any of the new role and capacity, this is going to be a very fortunate transit for all the Taurus Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see that Saturn is a very favorable planet for your Lagna, and now Saturn is going to be gaining momentum, or it is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 9th house. So guys, to begin with, like the way we say this thing, all those people who are in any capacity, teaching, business, all those people who are training professionals, import export nature of work, any of the immigration related concerns and all, so this transition in the motion of the planet Saturn will definitely benefit all those professionals in whose line of work 9th house related attributes are getting applicable. Second thing is that guys, even from over here, Saturn is actually going to be giving its aspect to some very important houses, like the way in your 11th house Jupiter is already transiting over there, and over and above that, the third aspect of the planet Saturn influencing your 11th house is a very good indication. Jupiter will actually bestow you with more opportunities. It will actually make you kind of, epicenter of any group. And the good part over here is that whatsoever opportunities will be coming into you. A lot many times guys, what happens is that we are always looking forward to more pie, more share. But when it comes down to doing a self-introspection, whether we are capable enough of handling that responsibility with expertise or not, we always never look at our own flaws. But the good part over here is that Jupiter will bestow you with opportunities, and the third aspect of the planet Saturn will make you responsible enough to execute it with complete perfection. So the third aspect of the planet Saturn going to the Jupiter in your 11th house is definitely going to be a very good indication. Second thing is that guys, because this is kind of a typical aspect which will only make you a part of all those group, or it will only bring those people in your life who will actually serve some purpose. From over here guys, both Saturn and Jupiter are going to be aspecting your third house as well. So now guys, as you know this thing that for any of the new initiatives, new projects, third house plays a very pivotal role. And now your third house is going to be receiving aspect both from the planet Jupiter and from the planet Saturn as well. So that in itself means that if you are in that crossroad, that you want to initiate some new project, or you want to start something new, you are a freelance person, you are a content creator, you are all the time looking forward to new collaboration, new projects, new opportunities. So this is going to be a very good indication where both these two important planets will remain very supportive towards you. Like, it's a very strong possibility that lot many Gemini Lagna natives, they will not waste their time in frivolous activities. You will definitely be productive enough, and also during this time, if you are in that mindset to venture out, to expand, to scale up, so this aspect of the planet Saturn will remain very productive, very harmonious for you. And also guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your 6th house as well. So all those service industry professionals, people who are in the law related field, or any of the lawsuit related concerns, if you're already facing a heat over there, Saturn's 10th aspect will definitely deliver you the justice. Now guys, for all the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, as you can see this thing that Saturn, which has got a rulership over your 7th house and the 8th house, and now Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 8th house. So definitely guys, all the attributes of the 8th house will start working in your favor. And guys, for any of these predictions to be accurately working in your case, it all comes down to whether you are actually working in the domain of the 8th house right now or not. Now let's say for example, if you are a student of psychology, anything to do with the occult subjects, insurance, joint resources, so the minute Saturn will come out of its retrograde motion, definitely you will find some sort of clarity over there. And guys, a lot many times what happens is that beyond doubt, October month has been very hard on lot many of us, and specifically on the Cancer Lagna natives. So guys, in the month of October, like lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, conjunction of Mars and Ketu in your 4th house. So I'm very much sure that lot many Cancer Lagna natives have gone through some sort of chaos, some sort of kind of emotionally turbulent times. Now guys, the good part over here is that with the transition in the motion of the planet Saturn, all these toxicity which you have been holding up within you, all of that will start getting cleansed. from your 8th house. Second thing is that beyond doubt, guys, if you are professionally operating in the domain of the 8th house, this could be a time of revelation. This could be the time of judgment and some new role and opportunities for lot many Cancer Lagna natives. And also, guys, from over here as well, like as you can see that Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your 10th house as well. Now, guys, Jupiter, which is currently transiting in your 10th house, Jupiter is your 9th house lord as well. So I'm very much sure that lot many Cancer Lagna natives might remain lucky for experiencing some expansion, growth, and new opportunities in their line of work as well. And now, guys, this third aspect of the planet Saturn will definitely some mysterious, unusual circumstances. Suddenly, you have to solve other people's problem as well at work front. Whatsoever is happening, people are coming to you, people are looking forward to you for your insight, for your kind of the way you can look at things differently. So I'm very much sure, guys, that even the third aspect of the planet Saturn, because generally what happens is that Saturn's aspects tend to act as a restraining force. But the good part over here is that the way it is working out in coordination with the transiting Jupiter in the 10th house, that restraint and those unusual circumstances will only add up to your professional growth only. After that, guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its aspect to your 2nd house as well. So beyond doubt, guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, any of the concern or clarity in the joint resources related matters, family inheritance related matters, royalties related matters and all, this is going to be a very fruitful time for you. Again, guys, a lot of times people get mistaken when it comes down to the big pile of money. People only look forward to Rahu, but trust me, Saturn also has got this potential and power. After that, guys, Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your 5th house. So again, guys, whenever we talk about planet of maturity, wisdom, or a futuristic vision, Saturn's aspect and 10th aspect specifically, which has more to do with the honor, reputation, recognition, and professional rewards. So during this time, lot many Cancer Lagna natives will be very professionally driven. You will be filled with thoughts for your professional goals, how you are progressing in your line of work, what all changes you need to do. Do you need to do some like new certification or some new courses, certification and all. So all of that is going to be keeping lot many Cancer Lagna occupied mentally once Saturn will gain momentum in your 8th house. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Leo Lagna natives. So guys, in your case now, as you can see that Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 7th house. So guys, I only have good things to say over here. Definitely Saturn sees you guys or the Leo as its arch enemy, but because as you know that in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Saturn attains exaltation in the 7th house. Saturn right now is in the best dignity because it is transiting in its own Mul Trikona sign. And over and above that, guys, the way Jupiter is also supporting this transit as well, because now very soon Jupiter is going to be devoid of the negative effect of the Rahu once Rahu will move to your 8th house in the Pisces. So I'm very much sure, guys, specifically all those people who are in public service, you are connected with politics or anything to do with, like, you know, you have your own business, you are thinking about scaling up, or in your line of work, you have to do lot many presentation and all, or you are in a big joint kind of a partnership nature of work, or during this time only you want to do collaboration with other brands and all. So guys, in short, for the enhancement of reputation, shouldering some new responsibilities and all, this is going to be a very favorable move in the transit or in the motion of the planet Saturn. Also, guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your 9th house as well. So guys, a lot many times what happens is that it will be getting applicable specifically more to those people who actually want to do something good. Like the way we say that you want to do some charitable work, you want to support some humanitarian organizations and all. So you have the good intention. Jupiter's transit in the 9th house is actually creating those circumstances as well. All those important, relevant people are also coming in your touch as well. But lately you have not been able to find or muster up that courage, get that confidence deep from you, whether you'll be able to handle that additional responsibility or not. So now, guys, this third aspect of the planet Saturn will definitely give you the impetus, or it will make you capable enough of shouldering your responsibilities as well. So yes, guys, for the enhancement of reputation, doing something very inspirational with this combination of Saturn and Jupiter influencing your ninth house, it is a very good news. After that, guys, definitely Saturn is going to be giving its seventh aspect to your first house. So, guys, this is a kind of a aspect which only rewards you only if you are very humble and only if your heart beat for the pain of other people. So if you have got that sort of empathizing nature, so this straight aspect of the planet Saturn in your first house can actually bestow you with some power and some additional responsibilities or some authority as well. And from over here, guys, as you can see that Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your 4th house. So again, guys, for anything to do with finding that niche for yourself, or I would say that doing all those things which will strengthen your base, your foundation in your line of work. And also, guys, for anything to do with some important royal favors, specifically people who are connected to the public service and all, this is going to be a very supportive aspect of the planet Saturn to your 4th house. Now, guys, for all the Virgo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Saturn, which is a very important planet for you, it is a good friend of your ascendant Lord Mercury. And now Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 6th house. So guys, understand this thing that Saturn, which is also connected as the Karaka of the 6th house as well. Saturn's placement in the 6th house in its own Moon Trikona sign is not a questionable or a vulnerable placement. The only concern is that only if you are living your life as per the mantra or principles of the planet Saturn, which has to do with the hard work, which has to do with discipline, which has to do with unconditionally helping other people, or kind of removing the pain or miseries of the common man, or doing something in that direction. So definitely, guys, Saturn's transition in its motion will be a good news for lot many Virgo Lagna natives, because guys, lately I've been coming across lot many Virgo Lagna natives who have been facing the heat of health related concerns bothering them, and lot many Virgo Lagna natives, like in their cases, some of those who already were embroiled in the court cases, lawsuit related concerns, they were very hopeful that things would have worked out in their favor, but the verdict came out completely in contradiction to their expectations. So guys, let's say for example, if any of these things are getting applicable in your case, that let's say for example, lately you have been epicenter of the office related politics, or more than what you can handle has been suddenly allotted to you as your professional responsibilities, answerability, health or lawsuit related concerns. So yes guys, some sort of clarity will definitely come, or at least if you have been facing kind of a deadlock situation, finding yourself stuck, so Saturn's transition will definitely give you a kind of a go ahead, or you will find that impetus or a support is now coming to you, or people in your working environment are now slowly gradually becoming more in your favor. Also guys, because from over here Saturn is going to be giving its 3rd aspect to your 8th house as well. So yes guys, this whole combination of the planet Saturn and its influencing houses have got more to do with that how you are living your life. Let's say for example, if you believe in hard work, discipline, or any of the concerns of like being very spiritually oriented, a lot of many times guys, what happens is that it's just like that you might not be that humanitarian from your heart, but just because you believe in astrology, you do all the donations, you do all the charities, you visit all these important shrines and places on the important dates and all, so that also somehow adds or contributes. Because guys, whenever it comes down to planets like Saturn, planet like Ketu, and houses like 6th house, 8th house, you have to be a little bit ritualistic if you want to get the best out of it. So yes guys, the 3rd aspect of the planet Saturn going to your 8th house, where Jupiter is already transiting. So let's say for example, if you are an investment banker, if you are in the fields of occult or scientific research, innovation and all, banking, revenue, insurance related fields and all, so these natives can actually experience some sort of growth, opportunities, clarity can actually be bestowed upon them. Second thing is that from over here, Saturn is going to be aspecting your 12th house as well. So now guys, as you know this thing that for any of the concerns of overseas opportunity and all, and let's say for example, because guys, whenever we talk about the 7th aspect of the planet Saturn, like the way I always say this thing, 3rd aspect somehow kind of give answers and it has more to do with your efforts. Seventh aspect of the planet Saturn has got more to do with the responsibilities and to be more accountable. So I'm very much sure, guys, that let's say for example lately you have not been paying much attention that where all your money is getting spent, your time and your energy is getting spent. Once Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion, you will be completely in control and command over your expenses. And I'm very much sure that any of the concerns of hidden enemies or people who are like plotting things behind your back and also you'll be able to see things clearly once Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion. And lastly, guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your third house as well, which is a very good news for the freelance, self-employed people and all. And like the way, guys, I would say this thing that if you have been a hard-working person, you have already proven your mettle, and you have been eyeing for expansion, scaling up in your line of work or some new opportunities or side hustle and all. So this 10th aspect of the planet Saturn, if you have already proven yourself in your line of work, can actually enable some new opportunities or some side opportunities for lot many Virgo Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see that Saturn, which is a Yogaraka planet for you, and it is right now transiting in your 5th house. And now on November 4th, Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion over there. So guys, one thing is for sure that now because as you know that October has already been very hard on lot many Libra Lagna natives, like like lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, and conjunction of Mars and Ketu in your 1st house. So I'm very much sure that lately Libra Lagna natives might have found themselves very suppressed, very in a very conflicted state. But now, because as you can see that Ketu has already left your ascendant, and Ketu has now been in a very dignified state. Ketu's placement in the 12th house is considered as very good. And now guys, over and above that, Saturn gaining momentum in your 5th house which has to do with your thought process, 5th house which has to do with making some lifetime investments as well. So I'm very much sure that guys, in whichever capacity, like let's say for example, whether you are in a consulting business, anything to do with where you are in a crossroad of experimenting with something new, from job to business, business to job, or scaling up or venturing out into some new business interest of yours, any of the concerns on the return on investment and all as well. So overall guys, it's a very good news that now Saturn is finally the most favorable planet for your Lagna is now in a strengthened state. Your mind will be filled with right set of visionary thoughts, sighted investments, which will work out in your favor. And also guys, for all those people who are right now going through their academics or anything to do with where your business interests are aligned with entertainment business, with kids, or anything to do with the spirituality and all as well. So all those people will definitely experience some positivity or some new opportunities to scale up. From over here guys, Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your 7th house, with Jupiter is already transiting over there. So again guys, this is a kind of a typical energy, because let's say for example, if you are an eligible candidate for marriage and you have not been finding success in finding a right partner for yourself, so Jupiter being left alone without any effect of Rahu in your 7th house and Saturn aspecting it. So this is a very good yoga of marriage which will be valid in your case at least till the end of the April of 2024 for you. So for some harmonious partnership, matrimonial alliances point of view, enhancement of reputation and being perceived in the society as someone who's very responsible, someone who is very mature, this is going to be a very good news. From over here guys, as you can see that Saturn is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 11th house. So again guys, for any of the long-term goals and some lifetime investments point of view, this is going to be a very good transit. And guys, during this time, because it's not only the Saturn but Jupiter is also aspecting your 11th house as well. So I'm very much sure that all those people you will run into, all those group or association you will be a part of, they all will serve some very positive purpose or add some value in your line of work, in your life. And lastly guys, from over here, Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your second house as well. So like the way guys, I already mentioned this thing, that if in your line of work your professional aspirations are somehow connected with entertainment business, family business, construction, real estate, building material, petroleum, oil industry, iron industry and all, so all those people will definitely reap the reward of this direct motion of the planet Saturn. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Scorpio Lagna natives. So guys, in your case now, as you can see that Saturn is now going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 4th house. So guys, 4th house transit of the planet Saturn is generally considered as very good for laying foundation to something new. And specifically when we talk about some lifelong investment and all those entities and things which gives us security and stability in our life. And guys, beyond doubt, if in any capacity you are connected with the fields of like politics or real estate, construction and all, or you are a politician and all, so this is going to be a very favorable time for the Scorpio Lagna natives. Guys, this month November is actually very fortunate for you in so many front, like the way your ascendant lord is going to be transiting in your 1st house and with the another angular house of yours to be in a strengthened state. I'm very much sure that circumstances and things will get lined up in your favor. So if you are in that situation or stage right now where you are planning to play something big, like big investments or some lifetime performance or contesting elections and all, so things will work out in your favor. Second thing is that guys, from over here Saturn is going to be giving its 3rd aspect to your 6th house, where Jupiter is already transiting, and Jupiter is a very favorable planet for your Lagna. So guys, I'm very much sure that, because like the way I say this thing, Jupiter gives us expansion, luck supports us, and Saturn's aspect somehow makes us responsible. People only talk about finding things and getting things, but once you have got that project, once you have got that opportunity, how you perform over there, that is also a matter of concern. And whenever Jupiter and Saturn are jointly influencing any house, whatsoever we get, we retain it, we manage it, and we perform very well. So yes guys, pertaining to the matters of like during this time you have to write any competitive exam or any of the lawsuit related concerns, or you have been applying for any loan to be sanctioned and all, so things will work out in your favor. From over here guys, Saturn is going to be giving its state aspect to your 10th house as well. So again guys, during this time the drive will come deep from within you. Like you are actually going through a time period or a phase where you do not need any motivation from any external subjects. You are self-driven, and life will actually put you in those positions and places where you will be able to release your energies or direct your energies at the right focused way towards your professional goals. And lastly guys, from over here Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your 1st house. So like the way guys, I have already mentioned this thing, Scorpio Lagna natives right now stand a very strong chance for the attainment of power or ascension to some next level in their professional life. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Sagittarius Lagna natives. So guys, in your case now, as you can see that Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 3rd house. So guys, beyond doubt, 3rd house is a Upachya Bhav, this is a Kama Bhava. And Saturn transiting in its own Moon Trikona sign coming out of its retrograde motion is a very good news. Let's say for example, lately in any of your aspirations where you are prepared, people around you are even ready and willing to support you. But right at the last minute, things have been coming to a halt. So now Saturn's retrograde and transition from retrograde to a direct motion will definitely accelerate your growth in your line of work. And guys, nothing could be better than that. If you are a freelance person, content creator, connected with social media, marketing, travel and tour business, commissioning business and all, so all those people will definitely get benefited. The good part over here is that guys, like whenever we talk about all those important initiatives which actually rewards us, benefit us in long term, like the way guys, if I were to say in my whole life, I do not take pride at the time when I completed my school or when I gotten into some MBA college and all. The best thing was that when I first time pick up my astrology book, when I first time started my YouTube channel, because this is what actually is coming in use in what exactly I have taken birth for, what I am cut out for. So that is what I'm saying, because third house is about initiative. Saturn is about something which is going to be serving some purpose in your life and which has going to be a very long term impact or influence in your life. So yes guys, a lot many Sagittarius Lagna natives will start finding success or accelerated growth in lot of their endeavors. From over here guys, as you can see that Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your fifth house, where your ascendant lord is in a strengthened state, devoid of any malefic effect of Rahu over there. So yes guys, if any of the concerns of third house are getting applicable in your case, that you are connected with the stock market or entertainment business, children related business, spirituality. So again guys, because when it comes down to fifth house, it has got more to do with our mind, our thought process. So I'm very much sure that Sagittarius Lagna natives, whatsoever has been getting predicted about this transit of Jupiter in their fifth house, whatsoever has been so far getting predicted about Saturn's transit to their third house, will now start functioning and giving results. From over here guys, Saturn is going to be looking at your ninth house as well. So now guys, as you know this thing, that for anything to do with right set of people advising you, counseling you, entering your life, and luck supporting you in any of your initiatives, your professional endeavors, this is going to be a very good news. And lastly guys, Saturn is going to be giving its 10th aspect to your 12th house as well. So again guys, like the way you know this thing, that the 10th aspect of the planet Saturn has got more to do with the responsibilities, reward, recognition and all. So beyond doubt guys, if in any capacity 12th house related concerns are getting applicable in your case, any of the covert activities, secretive activities, anything to do with the foreign lands, immigration related concerns and all, so over there as well, Saturn's 10th aspect to your 12th house will definitely benefit you. The good part over here is that you will be able to see through any of the deceit, any of the manipulation, any of the hidden envious enemies of yours as well. Now guys, for all the Capricorn Lagna natives, so definitely guys, this transition in the motion of your ascendant lord in the second house is going to have a straight impact in your financial portfolio, in your family ties as well. Because guys, the dilemma for the Capricorn Lagna natives from the past couple of months was that your ascendant lord was retrograde in your second house, and the fourth house was already facing a conjunction of Rahu and Jupiter over there. But now, as you can see that Rahu on October 30 would have left your fourth house, and Saturn is going to be gaining momentum in your second house. So this is going to be a very good news. Like let's say for example, lately, if you have been facing a pressure, anxiety, stress on the account of family responsibilities or any sort of slowness in your financial inflow, so you will definitely find a rapid accelerated growth in all these areas as well. From over here guys, because see, whenever we talk about some sort of lifetime or long-term investments and all, which generally comes in the form of investing in your like education, in your family, in your land, property and all. So regarding that front as well, this accelerated growth of your ascendant lord in the second house will prove to be very harmonious for you. And from over here guys, as Saturn is going to be giving its third aspect to your fourth house as well. So both the planets Saturn and Jupiter influencing your fourth house is going to be very good news. Let's say for example, if you are already in a public service, you are connected with politics and all, this is going to be a time of experiencing some important favors or some important opportunities coming to you. Guys, the good part over here is that this is a typical yoga where lot many of the Capricorn Lagna natives will progress towards security, stability and a strong rooted foundation in their life. From over here, Saturn is going to be looking at your 8th house as well. So guys, anything to do with the attainment of family, property, inheritance and all, this is going to be a very favorable transition in the motion of the planet Saturn. And from over here guys, as you can see that Saturn is going to be aspecting your 11th house as well. So guys, all what I can say is that if along with this transit, your Saturn Dasha is also on, your Saturn Sade Sati is also on. So worshipping Lord Shiva and doing and following all the ritualistic measures to please the planet Saturn or Shani Devata will definitely give you more opportunities, growth, or I would say important people coming into your life and even for the attainment of position, power, or a right set of association with the right set of groups and all. This is going to be a very favorable time for all the Capricorn Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives, definitely guys, this is going to be the transition in the motion of your ascendant lord taking place in your first house. And guys, it has been seen a lot many times, like whenever Saturn is transiting from the first house, that tend to remain a time where people have to work hard. But a lot many politicians who win elections, a lot many people who suddenly stand a chance for scaling up their business or for the attainment of position. Saturn sponsored from the 7th house, 10th house, 11th house, even the first house can actually prove to be very much capable enough of giving that. But guys, the only concern is that in the original Kal Purush Kundi, first house belongs to an energy or a sign where Saturn attains debilitation. Also guys, because first house has got a lot of the concerns of the headstrongness, ego, I, me, myself, concerns attached over there. Only if you are a kind of person who's very grounded, who's very hardworking, and you believe in unconditionally serving or helping the common man, then definitely this transition in the motion of the planet Saturn can actually bestow you with some very good results. And also guys, because whenever we talk about all those new initiatives or new beginnings which takes place in our life, third house plays a very important role over there. And as you can see that lately from the past couple of months, Rahu and Jupiter were conjunct in your third house. Now on October 30, when Rahu will leave your third house, and with Jupiter being left alone, it will definitely enable lot many opportunities in your life. And the third aspect of the planet Saturn will prove to be very important, very beneficial, that it will make you retain those opportunities as well. It will make you conduct with the best of your capabilities and come across or come out as someone who's very responsible. So yes guys, for all those people who are connected with content creation, public service, politics, media, marketing, this is going to be a very beneficial time for all those people. If you're planning to initiate something new, venture out, scale up your business, this is going to be a very good time. From past so long, you know that you have got the expertise. All what you need is right set of people to collaborate with. So this direct motion of the planet Saturn will enable all those results as well. From over here guys, as you can see that Saturn is going to be giving its aspect to your 7th house and the 10th house. So anything to do with your public image or any of the commercial interest of yours as well, for proving your mettle, come across as someone who's very competitive, someone who's very competent, and for the attainment of position, I would say that this direct motion of the planet Saturn will act in favor for a lot many Aquarius Lagna natives. I'm very much sure that guys, definitely this is going to be a time of some new initiatives, new opportunities, attainment of position, and the enhancement of reputation for a lot many Aquarius Lagna natives. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, as you can see that Saturn in the transit is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 12th house. So guys, as you know this thing that in your case, Saturn has got a rulership over your 11th house and the 12th house, and the scale is kind of little bit lopsided and more weighted in your 12th house. So I would say that doing charities, doing donation during this time will become very important for the Pisces Lagna natives. Also guys, 12th house not only tells about your spending, but it also tells about whatsoever we lose out as a part of ourselves. So even I would say that the exertion of energies through working out, gymming, and doing exercise will also become equally important for the Pisces Lagna natives. Second thing is that guys, definitely when we talk about any of the foreign land related interests away from your birthplace, like the way planets like Rahu, Jupiter in the transit from the 12th house can also give you like work permit, PR, visa and all of that. But when we talk about getting settled over there, because a lot many times we have seen people who come to foreign land, they're not able to blend, adapt to the culture, and then they move back. But this is a kind of an energy where if during this time you will make a move, you will be able to settle down well as well. You will be able to carve a niche for yourself or have a strong foundation as well, away from your comfort zone, away from your birthplace as well. And also guys, Saturn from over here is going to be giving its third aspect to your 2nd house as well. The beauty for the Pisces Lagna native is that now your ascendant lord is going to be devoid of the negative energy of the Rahu in your 2nd house. That in itself means that whatsoever has been promised to you for past so long, now Jupiter will start bestowing its good financial returns or results in your second house, and Saturn will only provide more support over there. It will actually make you competent, responsible, and accountable as well. From over here, guys, Saturn is going to be giving its straight aspect to your sixth house. Any of the concerns of lawsuit or any of the concerns of credit or loan related situation as well, over there as well, you will get the clarity. Although I will not recommend taking more loan beyond your capacity to pay back, but definitely any of the health related concerns or lawsuit related concerns, you will definitely get the clarity. And lastly, guys, Saturn's 10th aspect to your ninth house will definitely be a time where, if in any capacity you are teaching, you are training, you are counseling people, and you are doing a good job. So I would say that whatsoever sacrifices you have made in order to help and counsel people, do good for the society, all of that will be rewarded during this time as well. So yes, guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs on this upcoming direct motion of the planet Saturn on November 4th. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page.